It's the Caitlin
I feel like a Cradle from here. I used to value Hoof over Cradle in mono green. I think I've gone the other direction. Maybe it's because I stopped just playing Cradle in mono green. I started putting in all kinds of decks. Ooh, let's take an Urza Saga. The mic is different. Oh, is it taking up the wrong mic? Fuck, give me a sec. Yeah, all my fucking computer settings switched for some reason, so it's probably grabbing my camera mic for some goddamn unknown reason. Let me fix this. Alright, did that change anything? Do I sound different? Good now? Awesome. Before I sounded like an influencer, now I sound like a professional. Thanks for telling me, so I didn't stream the whole fucking day with garbage audio. That's the worst, when you find out that, like, nobody said anything. Yeah, there's a reason you don't use your cam audio as a streamer. There's a reason we all have dedicated mics. What do you do with this? Just take Elena Worlds because it goes well with Cradle. I kind of want to take an Upheaval. We had an Upheaval deck yesterday. We just like never drew it. Never got distorted stuff. Hello. Isn't this a late Ragavan? This feels late. This pack must have been fucking nuts, huh? Yeah, Chandra's sweet. Chandra also ramps into the Heavel, but you have to untap with it. I think I like Ballista. It's another, like, mana sink. You can also, like, juice up the Saga tokens. Metamorph's interesting. Metamorph's so good. I think I underdraft Metamorph. Cube. The sandwich isn't nearly as good as the one I made a few days ago. I think the big difference is the bacon was cold. And the whole sandwich is cold. Cold Sammy versus fresh and hot Sammy. Do I just like break down and start taking green stuff? Green's so open. Blue's not open at all. It kind of doesn't need to be to just like play an Upheaval. I do like the Blade Splicer plays well with both of these. Maybe I'm Boros. In that case, you're taking Splicer or Sacred Foundry, right? The one with bacon? I mean, both sandwiches have bacon. If you take Saga here, you're looking for workshops. Fishing for shops. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, Daggerhawk. Thanks for the good luck bits. Saw Colorless Land, got excited for a second, but that's not workshops. Mox Opal would be something for Saga to grab. Not currently great, but could be great pretty easily. I think I'm supposed to grab Thraben Inspector. I want to take the Mox. Hey, the Shek thinks the sub, thinks the 63 months there. Appreciate it. I think I like Glimmer Lens here. Top's interesting. I've been happy with Oliphant. Yeah, I think I like Top with the Saga. So the Saga can always just like grab me a card, a real card, a good card. All right, it feels like this is starting to come together. Like Boros aggro artifacts. Yeah, right, Vizielf. You like Welder? I hope that Welder wheels. Could be really cool here. Oh yeah, 4th would be insane. With this guy's Cradle to juice it up. Just game winning. I think I want a Burn Spell. Help the Ragavan come through. Red hasn't felt very open, but we got that Ragavan like 5th pick, right? I'm not crazy here. I'm not crazy. He says in his room alone, as all non-crazy people do. Shall we take a sphere to battle? Kind of tempted by this Hellrider. I think it's going to end up being good. Oh boy, we lost all alright. That's alright. Hey, there's back. This would be kind of a sick Ancient Tomb deck, huh? That's kind of what the Guy's Cradle's doing. It's just like a different sort of Ancient Tomb. I have seen someone use Cauldron well. Their deck had Grist and Yawgmoth and a bunch of Mana Dorks. And like self-mill and stuff. It is the only time I've seen it pop off. I have seen people play it alongside... Man, what a sick card to play off Guy's Cradle. I have seen people play play it in attempt to use it with Grizzlebrand, but I haven't seen that work out. Yeah, so I've seen it used well exactly once, and I've seen it be a sideboard card that isn't used at all every other time. Oh, there's the Welder! God damn it. I was just like, ooh, a Lion Sash. Brain turns off. Fuck. I wanted that Welder. And then this Rabbit Battery could have given it haste. Yeah, we're not very red heavy, but I think Fury's still the best card here by a country mile. Ooh, this is a really good clamp deck. With like Hangerback Walker and stuff, all these X1s. Really excited about that. Yeah, the Fury was such a good pickup. We're light on removal. Oh my god. Yes. And there's some really good wheels here too. Mud, Bitter, Mother, Hero, like all good cards with what we're doing. Thinking about Raptor just to like fill a hole in my curve here. Also add another red card for Fury. I was trying to feel like I'm not a Wormcoil Engine deck or a Batterskull deck. I kind of like Thalia. Squeeze funny with Clamp. Maybe Goldspan Dragon's where it's at. Do we play Cradle? Of course we do. This pack's sick. Between Talisman and Stoneforge Mystic. I'm gonna take the Stoneforge. If you read Guy's Cradle as tapping for colorless instead of green, you wouldn't question it here at all. You're just conditioned to seeing it in green decks. Yeah, basically Armoric. I do under draft Reprieve. I do admit that I underdraft the card. But I'm usually looking for stuff to apply pressure and tap out, like you said. Our Fury got so much better this pack. We're light on removal, so I'm going to grab this Touch. This is going to be a hard deck to make cuts from. I guess we're cutting Mentor. Maybe I have to cut the Battlesphere, as much as I love it here. It's so good with, like, Cradle and Clamp and the Saga tokens and... Did you all remember to drink your Ovaltine today? No. Isn't that like a weird milk product? Who's supposed to drink Ovaltine? Is it for like kids or old people? I don't know. I know nothing. It comes from the Ovalteats. Everyone, old folks. When did I join Tempo Storm? Like 4 or 5 years ago. When MTG Arena was first came out, there was a rush of esports orgs snapping people up. And I think Tempo Storm had like a solid like 5 or 6 Magic players for a bit, and now I think it's just me and PV. Newmont was on TSM from the same time period. I almost joined TSM. He recently left them for reasons undisclosed. Anyway, to answer your other question, I have not met Axe. Does TSM drop literally everybody? Yeah, see, that's the sort of thing I don't know. TSM did not wanted. Oh my god. That's like the most brutal way to put that particular... Did not wanted. Have I met Raynad? Oh yeah. Raynad was from the same area of the Midwest that I'm in. So I knew I had met him just like random Magic tournaments back in the day. Talked about deck building and stuff. We weren't like close or anything. I just like shot the shit at a few random tournaments. Leave the stash on the board. We could do that. It is a Stormforge Mystic grab. Pretty good on some board states. It's like a clampable that also scales into the late game. Oh, TSM got nuked by the FTX thing. That was the crypto thing, right? My sympathy for TSM management. This is somehow shrinking. Oh no, we gave all of our money to this obvious grift. And we were grifted! Lauren's such a good card, but we gotta cut something here. I like Hero Blade Hold with Rabbit Battery and Giver of Runes. I don't know if that's enough reason to run it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cut the Battlesphere. Really don't want to. Does Lens make clampables? Glimmer Lens? No, I think it makes 2/2s. Still really good here. I mean, it still draws cards. And then it's like another equipment for Stoneforge, an artifact for Mox Opal. You know, the Glimmer Lenses. We want that one. I think we might be able to count Mox Opal as a land here. But we still have 2 or 3 cuts to make. Maybe I got Giver of Runes. What's Giver of Runes ever done for me? Is it madness to cut Inspector? It is, yeah. Inspector's really good. Juicing up the Urza's Saga, turning on Mox Opal. Does everything. The one, like, artifact creature I could see sideboarding is Phyrexian Revoker. But I think you're supposed to play Revoker over, like, Lauren in this deck. Even though Lauren's value if you clamp it. Ditch the Opal plan here? No, we drafted our whole fucking deck around the Opal and Saga plan. You do not ditch it here. It's very good. it's basically like a free Mox. Because we're, like, playing cards that work with it. These are the cards that I'm looking at cutting. You cut top in yours is Saga deck? Interesting. I guess Saga can get Clamp. God, I really don't want to cut the Battlesphere. Can you tell? Can you tell there's I really don't want to cut that card? It's so cool. Yeah, the Rex Sage is really good value. I like how it blows something up, but then you can clamp it too. It is nice to have more than one target for Saga, yeah. I mean, we also have Mox Opal, but even still, I like having all 3. I like having options. We only need one more cut at this point. The Ragavan's so much worse without Burst Lightning and Giver. Not that I'm going to cut Ragavan, of course. Yeah, we have other removal to push it through. Alright, every time this Battlesphere is ass, y'all get to yell at me. So it's 9 red, 9 white. Alright. I could see weighting it towards white with the Skyclave there, but I mean, we have double reds too. Oh yeah, it's not just Saga tokens, right? We have this Karn too that the Battlesphere juices up. That just like increases the chance that the Battlesphere is gonna be insane. Yeah, I dig it. If the Battlesphere juices up Cradle, that could make for like a really big Walking Ballista or a fourth. Like it's not like our curve stops at Battlesphere. Kind of hate this opener with no early plays. Yeah, I think you're supposed to send this back in Vintage Cube. Opponent took them all. That is helpful. Wow. A Lotus off the top? Yeah, Lotus would have been insane, huh? Just immediately play the Goldspan Dragon. And then I could run out the Ragavan here. I think I'm just going to pass, though. And save the treasure for Goldspan next turn. Really glad I didn't burn the treasure on the Ragavan now. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Pleasant Trees, thanks for 20 months. Appreciate you. We could really use an Urza Saga right about now, huh? Yeah, hello indeed, Pleasant Trees. Okay, but the Goldspan can still attack and get treasure. I almost want to run the Lauren out just to start drawing cards. Wish what up? Hey, Cryome, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 2 months. Possible this should all be going face. They could be at 8 right now instead of 10. With the 1 ring ding them for 2 a turn. I don't think there's a chance this Ragavan gets in. They have so many cards. Maybe if they have to spend all their mana answering the dragon, then I could see it. I should be able to play my Lauren and kill both Laurens. This is hard, right? Rabbit Battery's worth 2 damage here. Umezawa's is great. Umezawa's is particularly good if they've got like Twin in there. I think I'm just gonna grab Clamp. And be boring. The Clamp's also worth the point of damage on the Goldspan here. Like, we 6 them this turn, they go down to 2, and then they're dead the turn after with 1 ring. They have literally 1 turn to do something. And that's part of what makes Rabbit Battery more tempting than Clamp and stuff. Maybe one of those decision points that just doesn't matter very much. Is it a 2-turn clock regardless? No, if you 5 them, then they take 2 and 2. They would have 2 turns, right? If they don't activate the 1 ring again. Assuming removal. Yeah. Or like Deceiver Exarch, tap down your Goldspan, untap Twin, that sort of deal. The Rabbit Battery is the worst against life gain. But it would have to be like immediate life gain. It couldn't be Like a batter skull or something. Yeah, sorry about this long tank. A 2-turn clock? I mean, it's already a 2-turn clock. The argument is like whether you take the equipment to like make them dead to the One Ring, even if they don't activate again, versus get clamped to be good against removal or an Umezawa's to just be good. Hard to say no to cards. Yeah, it was kind of a long tank though, Blackblade. In a spot that like probably doesn't matter. We could clamp and draw some cards here. I think I'm just gonna pass. Well, I'll clamp one thing. Alright, I'll clamp two things. They snapped off that One Ring activation. Did not hesitate. 3 counters, 3 life, let's go. Keep the dragon on a bolt range. If they bolt the dragon, now I get to draw 2 cards. Revoker better than Lauren against what we saw there, right? The 3-mana Teferi, the One Ring. Well, those are things that Revoker can answer. Oh, they played that Leyline, though. They played that Leyline Exile spell. Probably do want Lauren for that. I'll fuck a Revoker. Thalia's good. It hits a lot of my stuff, too. My 4-mana Walker's my 4th. I do think it's better against them than me, but not enough for it to be worth a slot. That's kind of where I'm at with Thalia here. I'm pretty low on Revoker. I am. I wanted to bring it in. Only got so much room. Wow, that's connecting. Feels good. Exile's Fury again. Amazing. You got it. Yeah, you got it. Ooh, you got it. Huh. The Atari makes 2 tokens this turn. I think I like blocking 1 and activating Hangerback. You think the clamp choice ended up winning the game? I don't know. I mean, I clamped like 3 attackers, and then I played 4th to get 3 attackers. I'm not... You know what I mean? Like, it's... One brutal thing about this One Ring is it prevents me from getting Umezawa's counters. Fuck. Regret spinning top instead of playing Glimmer in the Lens and equipping, I guess. I mean, we didn't know what the top of our library was. Hey, Jameis Dog thinks the sub thinks the 6 months, the half a year. Maybe Goody. I mean, maybe they're just dead regardless. Yeah, I kind of wish I had equipped a Thopter. I think you're right. Which one? Which one has the fucking vote? Hover it? Yeah, look what I'm fucking doing. Yeah, Moto used to say on the card, and now it says over here. It doesn't say which construct it is. Yeah, they look exactly the same. I can't even ask my opponent which one to, like, differentiate. Because, like, they both have 2 damage. They look the exact same from their side, too. Cover the stack. It doesn't target. It's not targeting anything. There's no arrows. I just right-clicked. There's nothing. I literally just have to guess. What if I vote for my Rebel token? So I don't, like... Isn't that better than running a 50-50? Why do they change it? I mean, I understand why they changed it. But here it kind of sucks. No, I've tried hovering everything. Do I just, like, not have lethal now because I lost a 2-2? 4 times 2 is 8, 15, 16, 17. Yeah. I would have had Exaxes. Amazing. Oh, there's still the One Ring. Could have played around Spell Pierce. I'm also, like, dead on the crackback if I play this and it doesn't resolve. And they could have removal and stuff. I think I'm just gonna play Ballista. And this thing attacks with 4 tokens next turn. Yeah, my biggest mistake this game was just never equipping the Umezawas. Pretty feel bad. Dead anyway. I mean, we could have played around Miscalc. Because of the One Ring. The One Ring is going to ding them for 2. So if they... if we have an extra 2-2, we can play around Miscalc and win. With the 4th there. Yeah, what do you do next turn then, Mines? I was off it. It's okay to be off it. Don't you just lose your entire board, go to 1 life, and then fucking die? Yeah, I do, thanks. Good talk. We had such a good draw last game. I could have played to mitigate the Athari, but it still sucks. Yeah, filing for comp isn't going to give me my fucking trophy. That's kind of non-advice. It's good to file for comp when you run into a bug, so that the Wizards team like knows it's there. A little harder without clampables handy. Tempted by the Rabbit Battery, tempted by the Glimmer Lens, tempted by the Clamp. They do have Fury in their deck. So far, wishing I'd grabbed the Rebel Maker. It's a bad sign. And here I am without my second red mana. Brutal. Oh, that was a good draw. This fucking dinosaur rocks so fucking hard. I respect the Rona. I'm going to play this land out. We do have that 4-drop that draws 4 cards. Maybe you want to play that and play a land off it and then still have mana available, that sort of thing. What does the Dino do? It does the Questing Beast thing if they've got a Planeswalker, and then it can pump and it's got Trample and Haste. It does a lot. So my Disenchant creature just got a lot better. Yeah, we have a lot of live draws. Battle display was pretty good. Pretty good answer to Unumazawa's. That doesn't hit anything. I'm just going to pass. Yeah, it would have been a sick turn for a 4th hum. One's down to 1 in hand. You want Battle Ball? Should play this land. No reason to hold it. Bye, Talisman. Hello. Apparition doesn't hit binding. Remember when I said it hits nothing here? It hits nothing. They have lands and a 6-drop. This hits 4 drops or less. We believe in nothing, Lebowski. God damn it. It's pretty fucking good. They're getting 2/2/2s. Hell of a card, that Fractured Identity, huh? We got a little bit of life here. We got a deck that has 4th in it, and Mere Battlesphere. We got Disenchants without Leyline Binding. We got live draws. Couple turns in here where Urza's Saga would be a good draw. Now our life totals are equalized. They still have a board, and I have 2 more lands in play. Yeah, I wouldn't float either. Great. Right on time. Land number 6 billion. This is like the specific turn that enters a Saga blocker does nothing for me. Yeah, frustrating stuff. I'm throwing my little fit. What was the bug? Oh, if you have multiple tokens with the same name, Council's Judgment doesn't actually, like, show you what token they're hitting. So I had 2 Urza's Saga tokens, and Council's Judgment just said Urza's Saga token. And, like, I couldn't ask the opponent which one they had chosen, because they were identical tokens. They were both untapped. They both had 2 damage on them. I hovered them. There's, like, no way to differentiate. It doesn't say Council's, like, first Urza's Saga token or second or anything. So I ended up voting for, like, a different card, because the tokens were my 2 most important permanents. So if I do the 50-50 and lose, then I lose both of them. And then I like, chose some random 2/2, and then it ended up being short 2 damage of lethal. Through a miscalculation. Which I think I would have played around. I played around in the previous game. But who knows? Go, Legionnaire, go! Yeah, right, Hippo? What am I gonna do, end the stream? Go throw a pity party for myself. Oh, fun, Jesse. Congrats on the trophies. Blinking a prototyped creature is good for you, for sure. Opponent's in there with Cryptic Command mana. Joke's on you, opponent. I have nothing. Hate getting clicked when I've got, like, a land-heavy hand. Time to lose my best card and draw another land, right? Oh, at least it's not a land, I guess. Have I ever thought about what if I drafted Vintage Cube? What if I drafted some Vintage Cube? That's an idea. That's a thing I could do. Yeah, I don't know about 100% Goody Fill. Like, the opponent could have had a removal spell there that also interrupts. If I decide to play around Miscalc. I just don't know, you know. Just don't know. I wonder why the click's staying back. Chompers, sure. Should I cash in touch for a opponent's card? Feels like touch is better than a random card, right? I was just thinking about blinking the Lotus Petal. I guess this is fine. And then I'm gonna activate Hanger Back while they're tapped low. Am I going to CubeCon? You better believe it. Gotta defend my title. It's gonna be a lot harder this year, for sure. This is so much worse than like abrading my token in response or whatever, but it's better than letting them have it. Hello. Yeah, it was also some of the most fun I had last year. CubeCon. I want to save this Mox Opal to get a 1/1 counter off of Showdown. No need to run it out here. Is there an official stream for CubeCon? So last year they used Cloud Goat Ranger. I think there was talks of them using Anzid this year, but I haven't had that confirmed. I can ask J-Bro right now. It's a good question. Oh, it fucking logged me out of Facebook. Shit. Fucking piece of garbage. All my shit, like, logged me off multiple times today. I think because of, like, the Windows Update thing. The same reason, like, my camera and audio was acting screwy. Before I went live, I had to, like, reset my camera a few times before it, like, recognized it. And then, yeah, I had to like relog into everything, and then I had to reboot my computer because sometimes that solves camera issues, and so I had my phone to like do all the two factors with the relogs, right? And then I went upstairs and I left my phone there, and I came back down after the computer was reloaded, and then it made me relog everything again. So I had to go back upstairs, get my fucking phone, come back downstairs. It was a struggle. We'll put it that way. I'm just asking J-Bro that right now because I'm curious. Is Cloud Goat doing the CubeCon stream again? So the Porcelain can attack into this Murktide. Is that worth flying to Wisconsin? Maybe. Depends on where you're from. Depends on how expensive flights are and stuff. You just had a week of OBS audio problems? Oh no. That's the fucking worst. You think Madison has the best food in the Midwest outside of Chicago? Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. My issue with that statement is that Madison is like half the size of Milwaukee and much, much smaller than the Twin Cities. A lot of really good food in the Twin Cities. And then if you're counting like KC in the Midwest, it's tough too. All that good barbecue and stuff. Madison does not have good barbecue. We've got like one place that's like solid barbecue. Why does Wisconsin, the larger state, not simply eat Michigan? Have you ever been to Michigan? I don't want an upset tummy. The one place with solid barbecue. The place with the... I'm so bad with names. It might be that butter beef place. With jalapeno cornbread. That jalapeno cornbread does it for me. A lot of the barbecue I've had in Madison has been absolutely awful. Like, just, like, drenched in this, like, sickly sweet sauce. And locals are like, yeah, this is pretty good. I'm like, this is fucking abysmal. Yeah, Smoky John's is the one that I've heard talked up, and it's just garbage. Absolutely inedible. Rockin' German food in the Madison area? Oh, yeah. Rockin' German food, really good American food. We've got a Venezuelan restaurant that I think is like one of the best restaurants in Madison. I'm really high on it. A lot of really high quality diners. They must have a counter for this Fury, right? Paul's Pelmeni? Yeah, it's fine. Paul's is fine. It's like simple and good. I was really excited about it the first like 4 times I had it. Essen House is terrible, yeah. Yeah, some of the worst German food that I've had here in Wisconsin. The vibes aren't great either. Kind of run down, and then they like make the waitresses dress in the like fake German from the 1950s outfits and stuff. Solid beer, solid tap list is I think like the only redeeming quality of that place. And sometimes they put on good live shows. I went there for a ska night and had a really good time. Your favorite barbecues from Memphis? Sure, yeah, Memphis is solid for it. Yeah, Texas, Memphis, Missouri has a few cities with really good barbecue. South Carolina. But there's like little, hot spots all over the U.S. There's a few really good places in Milwaukee, a few places in Detroit that I like a lot. Yeah, fuck with this hand. One thing about Urza's Saga is that it's very good against counter spells. One thing about this opponent is that they are very into their counter spells. I think the deck's already pretty nutty beef punch. We Germans season our food with meat. When I was in Germany, I was pretty impressed with the food there, especially the breakfasts. And I did think things were better seasoned than when I was in Ireland. I stopped in Ireland like right beforehand, and like had a full Irish breakfast that like looked dope, and it was like all this awesome food, right? And then everything like tasted the fucking same, like it had all been boiled together. It all tasted like the same shoe. Service was awesome. People were really friendly and stuff, but what about Italy? I've never been to Italy. And then I got to Germany, and they actually like seasoned their sausages and stuff. It also helped that I was in Berlin, so like there's all that international food there. What kind of breakfast was I happy with in Germany? So I had fried schnitzel in a couple of places, and it felt very much like home. It felt like fried schnitzel felt like something you would order at like a state fair here in Wisconsin. It was just like always tasty and always good. Very comfy food for me. I had this pasta dish that had that was like mac and cheese, but like a little bit different. It was like very heavy and very tasty. Really good stuff. And then yeah, I had like, God, it must have been like 8 different kinds of sausages. The cracking a lotus petal to cast Consider, you might as well untap. Like, you're not saving mana by using the lotus petal on my end of turn, right? You might as well untap, draw your card, have more options, and then use an island for it. I do like a variety of sausages in my mouth, yeah. Does Wisconsin have a lot of German and Dutch roots? Yeah. Yeah, there were a lot of German farmers that settled here. So that had like an influence on our cuisine. Not a huge influence. Like, we still have like mostly typical American food, but we also have brats fucking everywhere. Which maybe the rest of the country doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to blink it in case they have Force here for me. I'm going to cast it though. I did not try currywurst in Germany. I guess it's a good turn for me to play the showdown, huh? Oh yeah, Nightshade. What's your last name, if you don't mind me asking? Obviously, feel free not to share if you don't want to, but I'm curious. Brickner? I don't think I've met any Brickners. It does sound like a name that could be from here, though. Kind of want to play the top so you get a counter from it, and then next turn also get a counter from it. Wonder what their line out of this mess is, Oh, interesting synthetic god. Yeah, there's Durwords. So the Durward name started in Scotland. There's an old book called Quentin Durward. Although it's not based on any of my ancestors. Someone just like used the last name for the book. So I never read it. And then some of us came to the States. Some of us went to Australia, and then a few of us are still chilling in Scotland and England. I joined a Facebook group that had a few Durwords in Australia and stuff. and then like found out they were huge fucking Islamophobes. Just like constantly spreading anti-Islamic propaganda and shit. I was like, all right. Bye. Bye, weirdos. At least that part isn't hereditary. Yeah. Yep. Definitely some bigots here in the States and the extended family too. I remember I had a great aunt that would send us propaganda about people that were gonna like invade our neighborhoods and date our daughters and stuff. Just like the wildest shit. You know, these people coming to date your children. These people that don't look like you. My dad would always make fun of them. Yu-Gi-Oh players. Is she into angels and anti-vaxxing? I don't know. I don't think she lived... She might have been an anti-vaxxer, but she mostly like died before the pandemic stuff. I don't think I ever like actually interacted with her face-to-face. Never met and stuff. You feel like 95% of people don't have crazy extreme opinions. Yeah, I don't know if it's that high, but it's pretty high. It's just that the people that do have them tend to be super outspoken and the loudest segment, right? Mostly died. Yeah, I mean, sometimes people die really fast and sometimes people die slow, you know? Super old. She sounded like a real sweetheart. Yeah, right? Yeah, not a regret I was espousing. Never having met her. That is a good thing. The more signal boosted crazy opinions get, the more normalized they become. That might be true. I'm a little interested in the Twitter phenomena where people see like the most batshit crazy fucking opinion ever and then they quote tweet it to dunk on it. I feel like some of those accounts that are getting dunked on get large because they get spread in that way. That's like the point. They'll like intentionally say incorrect stuff so that they can get dunked on and have their stuff spread. You can win a whole presidential election that way, right? Yeah, how much fucking free press did Trump get? Infinite. Infinite free press. So Zane doesn't have a Saga. I think Saga is like my best card in this matchup. Just, again, because it can't get countered. But at least we have a 1-drop that's coming in underneath. Counter magic. They also mulled to 5. I think their deck does mull very well. They've got Ancestral Recall to make up for mulligans. And they have the One Ring as well that can, like, you know, be infinite cards. And then they have a lot of cantrips to find those cards consistently. So we'll see. I think this Skyclave gets countered, but I also think I cast it, right? Because I draw something to do next turn. Kind of surprised all this stuff resolved. We could Gaia's Cradle out the Thari, but I'm just going to put the Raptor. Yeah, I mean, the opponent only has 3 cards in hand. At this point, it's like pretty clear that none of them are counters, right? I think we just got this one in the bag. Did I speak too soon? Okay, dig 2 times is basically a rebuy, right? They need to find a spell that they can cast and a pitchable for it. Right. Can I actually pump that raptor too? Uh-oh. I feel like their start's better than mine. Dislike. Dislike. Yeah, Goody Film. You know how long it takes me to go get a soda. You've seen the stream before. No second land. So right now the Repellos is just a glorified land of werewolves. Nope, there it is. They just didn't have anything else to do. Cool. Yeah, that's the hope, huh? Please do nothing, please do nothing, please do nothing. Hooray! And then next turn we can Umazawa's plus equip thanks to the Mox Opal. That could be real good. Sometimes my soda breaks turn into pee breaks. Yeah. Yeah, try and have soda breaks take under like the minute and a half that the ad segment takes. And then pee breaks, I try and keep to 3 minutes, but it's hard. Sometimes pee breaks turn into poop breaks, and those are usually 5 minutes. It's weird that I know how long it takes me to do these various bodily functions simply by nature of streaming my whole life. These are some interesting colors to have floating. My opponent is disconnected. I'm a busy man. I am a busy man. Sometimes a poop break turns into a shower break. I've had that happen like twice in all my years of streaming. Just like, you know what? This would be faster if I just took a shower. This will be a time saver. Sometimes a poop break turns into a partner comes to turn off the stream break. That only happened once. Not today, Snurvel. Yeah, I wonder what this D-Tutor is going to grab. The scary cards on my end are like Minsk and Boo or maybe Natural Order. Minsk and Boo I guess we have an answer for, but just like looking at their mana available. Oh, they left a blue untapped. If we see a Twister, I'm going to feel real stupid for not running out the Opal. Yeah, Leonite. I used to play this album a lot on stream. Metamorphose, Demonic Tutor, Wheel of Fortune. God damn it! You feel like such an idiot if you run out the Mox and it gets blown up by something. And you feel like such an idiot if you hold on to it and it gets wheeled out of your hand. Also, look at their fucking discards. What a fucking Refellows deck. What genre would I say this is? Instrumental post-rock. Duh. I think I'm supposed to dash a van here. What does post-rock actually mean? It's like, you know how rock and roll is really jamming? Post-rock is if you took that and then made it less jamming and more like chill. What if rock and roll was a little more chill? That's how I think of it. It's probably super wrong. Just the dumbest way to describe it. You'd be better served with Google. I think I'm supposed to Talisman to Ragavan Dash and set up for Athari next turn. Pitchcast Fury, kill the shitters. It's fun to hit with Ragavan here and then have 2 mana available in case I hit like a Time Walk off their deck or something. Some crazy shit. Oh, Stoner Rock's very jamming, yeah. Stoner Rock's very riff heavy. If Stoner Rock sounds more like chill, more vibes based, it's usually leaning harder into like psychedelic rock, heavy psych, like King Buffalo. I think it's the 420 bits there, Dagon Crow. Whereas more quote unquote pure stoner rock is it all pretty much sounds like Black Sabbath, you know, very rockin', very riff heavy. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to kill the shitters. Uvenwald is so good though. Too bad we didn't have a burn spell to combine with this Fury. Take the whole board out. You tend to lump psychedelic in with stoner. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of crossover, right? There's a whole ton of crossover. And they all play the same festivals and stuff. Yeah, I think I need the Thari here just to gain some fucking life back. Taking too much damage. Hell yeah, anti-decaf. Glad the stream's doing something for you. I'm like just dead, right? You're like watching me put myself dead on board. Like, I've learned so much watching you, Caleb. They do need to play a land. Then I guess Ragavan blocks and I live at 1 life. If they play a land, flip this. It's 8 plus 3 is 11. Yeah, Jidahim. I think most stoner rock is closer to like heavy metal than actual modern metal. But there is stoner metal. Bands like Bongzilla get a bit heavier. That's true, Eric. You're not wrong. What'd they name with this Tameo? The name is Steve? Interesting. Then they've been to a bunch of garbage. Alright, we got a song request. Dang Crow says, give me some of this. Oh, a Fu Manchu track. I think it's been a long time since I played Fu Manchu on stream. I was listening to some Caius last night. I reorganized my vinyl collection recently, so like there's all these albums that I feel like I need to spin more often. Kind of recently I picked up the Best of Caius compilation, and it's feeling like it was a really good investment. Just like no skips, all fucking bangers, as you'd expect. So many good riffs. There's a fucking instrumental track on the third or fourth side, and I kind of want to add that to a playlist. Demon Cleaner? Yeah, Demon Cleaner is like track 1. So you know it's going to be a good compilation. Do you sit with CubeCon production and jam out to vinyls while they're over? So last year, the person I jammed out to vinyls with last year was Warren. Warren Fish also crashed with me. And he was excited to see that I had some Rat-a-tat handy. 1000 Mods, Stone Jesus. Those are 2 of my favorites, Leonite. 2 of my absolute favorites. Does Stone Jesus still tour? I've seen 1000 Mods a few times and really enjoyed them. No, like Warren, Space Fish. That might be what it's evoking now. Now that you say that, AJ, that's probably what it's evoking. You're the same, you refuse to do math. Oh, I did the math. I knew they were taking lethal. It's hard to tell, like, with Athari, because each turn you get an additional 2/2. But I mean, that's why I sent all the tokens at them, right? Because we had Xaxes going in. All of my ground pounders that they could block were 2Xs. They couldn't, like, block a different way to not die. Revoker does hit a lot of their stuff. Yeah, I like that swap. I kind of want Burst Lightning into for killing dorks, killing mana dorks on the draw. I don't know what I'm cutting for it. Battlesphere, I guess. Yeah. When they had lethal, they didn't have lethal because I had the monkey to block. I had the 1 toughness. So if they flipped through it, if I had 8+3 is 11, and I was at 11, but -1 for with the Ragavan jump. I was starting joking about putting myself dead on board, mostly for like self-deprecating humor, and also I hadn't cast the Ragavan yet. Sorry if I was confusing there. Stone Jesus played a European tour last year. Nice. Hopefully they come over here to the States. Well, that's fucked up. Right, Mr. Tasty Cactus? Yeah, I like having, I really like having that Rat-a-tat album. So if I just, like, have a mixed group of folk over, like, playing Magic and stuff, that's a good one to put on. Really good, like, background tunes that everyone can vibe with. I like Aesop Rock a lot for that, too. Not quite as, like, everyone friendly, but most folks are fine with Aesop. Got an Outcast album. Let's just fucking hit them. Oh, and this is the matchup where we got wheeled, right? I should run this Mox Opal out so I don't curse myself again. The meme playlist. I played the meme playlist at a party right before there was a GP here in Madison. I had like a stream get together. And I was surprised at how divisive the stream playlist was when the group was entirely people who were fans of my stream. Like you'd think people would expect it is all. Oh yeah, Leonite. I feel like I play Dope Smoker a lot, but it's like never in a social situation. Unless everybody just wants to sit on the couch and not move. It's a good album for that.